What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my sports. My bad. Welcome back to my sports analysis account. And we are back with the podcast, the Next Man Up podcast. As you can see, last time I posted was like in the winter time. It's spring now. You see the sunlight out there? Yes. But we are back. I'm back actually. There's no Jack. Jack is not back. I gotta see tomorrow. I'm gonna make this episode by myself. But we are back, and I'm definitely going to be posting a lot more on this account and channel. Um, Welcome back, everyone. Sports world been going crazy. I completely missed March Madness. I completely missed the NFL season. I completely missed recruiting for football. And I missed the national championship too. Missed a lot of games for y'all to go over. But we're gonna go over it right now. Okay, what's up, everyone? All right, let's get into our first topic of the day. Let's get into let's see. What do we got on the agenda today, guys? What do we got on the agenda today? Let's go over the first thing. Let's go over the national championship, guys. Obviously, the Indiana Hoosiers won, and they whooped Miami, and they said, "Who's your daddy?" And obviously, the Hoosiers won because they said, "Who's your daddy?" Get it? Who's your daddy? If you get my joke, you know what I mean. But guys, Indiana won. Do you think they can come back next year without Mendoza? They got that TCU recruit from. They got that guy from TCU. Obviously. So what do you guys think? I think they might go pretty far. I think they might have a winning record at least. Respect to their coach, but feel like I feel like next year it's gonna be great. You got a lot of guys coming up in this upcoming draft. Actually, we could talk about that right now, as Mendoza is considered to be first round, number one pick, first round. Um, this is crazy because if you think about it, freaking he's like the only good quarterback in the draft. I mean, respects to everybody else, but like everyone else is kind of trash. I can't lie. I mean, you got guys like, or even like Arvell Reese, like Arvell Reese. My bad. Sorry, Ohio State fans. Actually, I'm not sorry. Fuck them people. Um. But you guys got like Arvell Reese, and he's like one of the top guys. You also got like David Bailey. His draft stock is going up. So, but I know that Las Vegas, they're definitely gonna take Mendoza first. Yeah, let's talk about it. I mean, latest news. Ruben Bain was in a fatal car crash that he covered up, so his draft stock might go down. So to think about that, it's gonna go kind of crazy a little bit. Um. You also have guys like Caleb Downs, where they might say that he might drop, and you got also guys like Jeremiah Love, where teams are getting running backs, and running back stock is not even that good. But this year's running back class is not as good. You have Jeremiah Love, the number one prospect, and then it goes straight to Jaden Price, which is the backup for Notre Dame. To be honest, I don't really think there's gonna be any guys that are gonna really show out for running backs. Maybe like CJ Donaldson from Ohio State. I mean, I could see him doing pretty good, or Nick Singleton. He was already a top guy coming into his first year. He was pretty good. Um, but then I think this wide receiver class is gonna be is hella stacked. You got guys like Makai Lemon, Carnell Tate, Jordan Tyson, Denzel Boston. You have Omar Cooper. You have Zachariah Branch, Jermaine Bernard, Skylar Bell, Chris Bell, Deion Burks, Jacoby Lane. Think about it. You also like underrated guys coming from other colleges. You have like Hank Beatty. Like, bro, this I feel like this wide receiver class is pretty good. But definitely gonna be a lot of bust, I feel like, including Darnell Tate. Um, but yeah, and then you also look at the tight ends. The tight end class is pretty weak. Besides Keon Sadiq, now he was pretty good, running a 4.3, I believe I remember. But this year's offensive tackle talent is gonna be awesome. I hope the Lions make the right choice in taking Caden Proctor. I watched his tape a little bit. Caden Proctor is a really great player, but not Michigan, the fuck. Detroit did have a great free agent signing class, but I feel like they could have done better. If you also look the defensive tackle side, you also have guys like Caden McDonald, but I think that he might go better than Peter Woods, but I have Peter Woods going better than him. Um, you also have like Nick Barrett from Oklahoma. He was pretty not Oklahoma, South Carolina. I'm tripping, guys. He was pretty good. You also guys like Rashawn Berry from Michigan. He was really bad. Caleb Banks from Florida. They have him going pretty high. The linebacker, you have Arvell Reese, of course, Sony Styles, and I think this year's linebackers are pretty good. Like you have Jimmy Roller from Michigan, Justin Jefferson from Alabama. He was pretty good against Oklahoma. You also have guys like CJ Allen from Georgia. Shout out to CJ. You have Anthony Hill Jr., Tony Styles, like I said. You also have like Harold Perkins, a guy that was supposed to be in the draft last year. I think, and then also this year you have also like from the edge side, you also have like David Bailey, Kendrell Bulk, you have Ruben Bain, of course, you have Akeem Mesidor, um, Gabe, uh, Jacase for Illinois, TJ Parker. You already saw, if you did see him at you saw him, damn, what the fuck? If you saw him at the invited thing, I cannot think of the word. What the hell? If you did see him though, if you saw him at the special for those college kids to come. He was great. Him and Derek Moore went really crazy. Um, I think those are two guys you gotta look at. Oh, also not David Bailey. Um, damn, what's his name? Nadame Tucker from Western Michigan. Keep watch on him. Him and freaking David Bailey were tied for sacks with 14 and a half, both of them. But you also have like Mansour Delane from the DB side, Mansour Delane, McCoy. Jamad's low-key not that good. I can't even lie. You also have like guys like Malik Muhammad from Texas. I think a guy that would be good is like a D'Angelo Pons. He's giving Amik Robertson, but they said that he does kind of play like a Chris Harris Jr. You also have like TJ Hall from freaking Iowa. He was a dog. I remember him. You also have like Chandler Rivers, great player. Um, Will Lee from Texas A&M. You look at the safeties, of course, you got Caleb Downs, you have Dylan Diamond, the guy from Oregon. You also have Bud Clark from TCU. It's a dog right there. And then I did not go over the quarterbacks, but you also have like it's okay. The quarterbacks are okay. I feel like the top guys that you might be taking are just like Newsomer, Simpson, and then Mendoza. Probably only those three. I don't see Beck going first round, Aller going first round, Altmaier not going first round for sure. Taylor Green from Arkansas not going first round. Cole Payne from North Dakota State is not going first round. Most of these guys are not going to be first round picks. I only say Mendoza, Simpson, and Newsomer are gonna be those teams are gonna be on the teams that have high draft picks. But besides college, NFL, the NFL did just have its the NFL did just have the free agency. It's still going right now. We have a lot of stuff coming, still coming, like the draft. like I was just talking about, there's still a lot of guys that are just kind of like sitting in free agency. But latest news is when the Packers did trade for Dontavian Wicks to the Eagles, and the Raiders did sign Kirk Cousins, as we saw, to a 1 year. Oh, I'm just reading this. By the way, this is all on ESPN. Reading this, so I'm just going down the list. So it looks like I'm not looking at y'all. It's all right. I'm looking at it. You guys can't see it, but you're just watching me talk. So don't worry. It's interesting, guys. It's interesting. Don't leave. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Stop, bro. Stop playing with me for real. You got like the Falcons. They traded Sidney Brown away. No. They didn't trade. Man, I'm stupid. The Eagles traded away Sidney Brown to, and they also in that trade it goes Sidney Brown goes to the Falcons, and then the Falcons also got a fourth round pick, and they got a sixth round pick, and then the Eagles got a fourth round pick and a sixth round. That was so useless. But Sidney Brown's a good player. We also have the Eagles getting Andy Dalton from the Panthers. Panthers get a seventh round. They rated at a B for both of them. Andy Dalton's kind of I'll shut up. This trade I didn't even see. I thought this was all like I thought this was fake. But the Dolphins get a first round pick, a third round pick, and a fourth round pick. Then the Broncos, no, that's what the Broncos gave away, and then the Broncos gave that away to the Dolphins, and the Broncos got Jalen Waddle in the fourth. Jalen Waddle doesn't even break 1,000 yards once. I don't think. I believe if I can remember, um, Jalen Waddle has he? Yeah, this year he was close to 1,000 with 910. I only hope for the best for this kid, but like he's not that good. Oh, actually, yeah, he has. Best year was in 2022 with 8 touchdowns, one fumble with that 1,356 yards. It fell off a lot. I'm just kidding. But that happened. What else? What else? I have not been like keeping up. Oh yeah, Justin Fields goes to the Chiefs for a sixth round pick. What else? No, Panthers signed Rasheed Walker. I really wanted the Lions to get him. Of course, that happened. Oh yeah, Kyler Murray gets signed to the Vikings. That was a great question. Is JJ McCarthy starting or is Kyler Murray starting? Or are we gonna get another Sam Darnold masterclass where Kyler Murray has a reviving career? Also we have Jonathan Allen goes to the Bengals. Great job for the Bengals getting up their D line. Packers signed Javon Hargrave. Damn. The 49ers trade with the Cowboys for Osa Aduwugu. That's his name to me. That's how Bradley Chubb goes to the Bills. Kobe Bryant goes to the Bears. Travis Kelce gets re-signed to the Chiefs. And a lot of more stuff happened. I think the more bigger stuff that kind of happened, if I can remember. Um, damn, I don't even remember for real. I don't know, but there's still a lot of guys that are in free agency that are like there. Oh yeah, actually, I'm lying. Hendrickson goes to the Ravens. Oh, the Max Crosby trade should never happen. So low key, the Raiders are cooked a little bit, I'd say, but they do have a good future. They're building. I see what they're building. I see what they're doing. Tyler Linderbaum goes to the Raiders. That was a good sign. Jalen Phillips goes to the Panthers. Phillips not gonna be good. Pierce stays with the Colts. Um, Adolphi Awu. I don't know how to say these guys' names. I'm so sorry. But he goes to the Commanders. That was a great signing for them. Braden Smith goes to the Texans. Braden Smith is a great tackle. John Franklin Myers goes to the Tennessee Titans. Alontae Taylor goes to the Titans. Quay Walker goes to the Raiders. Rick Woolen goes to the Eagles. I really wanted Rick Woolen. Mike Evans goes to the 49ers. First time I've seen a guy that's been loyal all his years goes to a different team. Tremaine Edmonds goes to the Giants. Kenneth Walker, this is a big one, goes to the Chiefs. That's crazy. I didn't think that freaking I did not think that freaking the Seahawks were just gonna give him up like that because he just won Super Bowl MVP. Think about it, Super Bowl MVP. First one for Michigan State, actually. Ooh, just kidding. But that's crazy. Devin Lloyd goes to the Panthers. Devin Lloyd's pretty good, not gonna lie. Isaiah Likely goes to the Giants. Romeo Dobbs goes to the Patriots. ETN goes to the Saints. Brian Cook goes to the Bengals. Rashid Shaheed stays with the Seahawks. And then also like Jawan Jennings stays with the 49ers. And Boye Mafi goes to the Bengals. Reed Blankenship goes to the Texans. Oh yeah, of course, our David Montgomery goes to the Texans. Zion Johnson goes to the Browns. Greg Newsome goes to the Giants after he was in that trade at the middle of the year with Tyson Campbell to the Browns, and then also with the Jaguars. You got David Edwards goes to the Saints. Taylor Decker gets released, and no one has signed him yet. Stephon Diggs has got released, no one signed him yet. Joey Bosa is still on in free agency. Wan'Dale Robinson goes to the Titans. Jaquan Brisker goes to the Steelers. Oh, Cade Mays is a Lion now. I am so happy we signed Cade Mays, center. Joel Joel Bonito, 34. I low-key think that the Lions should sign him. Regard. Rico Dowell goes to the Steelers after they saw what Dowell was doing. That's low-key funny as hell. And so Anna's only goes to the Buccaneers. Roger is, I think it's in free agency. Um, Also, Jamal Dean goes to the Steelers. Kevin Byard goes to the Patriots. Kenneth Gainwell goes to the Buccaneers. Kobe Dean's a Raider as well. Jalen Thompson goes to the Cowboys. Jalen Naylor's a Raider. Bradley Chubb's a Bill. Draymond Jones is a Patriot. Elijah Vera Tucker is a Patriot. Logan Hall is a Texan. Cam Robinson's a Brown. Chris Paul, the guard, is a Commander still. Devin Bush signs with the Bears. He's low-key reviving his career. Tua is a fucking Falcon with behind Penix. Njoku is still a Brown. Cade Otton's still a Buck. Dre Greenlaw signed with the 49ers. He came back to his team. Him and Fred Warner are gonna be great again. I feel it. If Warner doesn't get injured. Demario Davis is a Jet. Wyatt Teller is a Houston Texan. Kobe Durant is a Cowboy. Mariota's still a Washington Commander. No, Charlie Kohler, the tight end. The third, number three, is a Charger now. Rashad White. Not Rashad White. Oh, it is Rashad White. Loki forgot about him. He's a Commander. Um, Jonathan Allen is still a Minnesota Viking, but he did just sign with the Bengals, like we said earlier. Um, Kingsley, Bear signed with the Jets. Cameron Jordan is still in free agency. Kevin Zeitler still in free agency. Lions, bro, come on, gotta do something. Hollywood Brown signs with the Eagles. Quincy Williams is a Brown now. Quiddy Muhammad, the guy with a lot of sacks behind Hutchinson when he goes down. Well, not gonna go down behind Hutchinson. He goes to the Bucks. Jonnu Smith is a Steeler still. Spencer Budford is a Raider. Raiders did a lot of stuff. Holy crap. Andre Cisco is a Jet still. Javon Hargrave, we saw that with the Packers. Bobby Wagner is still a Washington Commander. Braxton Jones still a Bear. Mekhi Becton still a Charger. Trayvon Diggs, he was with the Green Bay Packers and going into the playoffs, and then they released him right after. And then Jadeveon Clowney is still in free agency, I think. It's low-key kind of sad. That's what the NFL free agency though. NFL still going down a little bit. The Super Bowl winner was against the Patriots, and the Seahawks. Patriots did lose against the Seahawks. That was a great Super Bowl halftime show. But what else? What else happened, guys? What else? Someone tell me. Someone tell me. I need to serve. Oh, NBA season. Actually, no. Let's not talk about NBA. College basketball. My Michigan Wolverines put belt to ass against all the teams in March Madness. I low-key wanted them to go against low-key wanted them to go against Duke in the championship, but I guess UConn decided that it was their time to like get their ass whooped. So yeah, if we go look, I'm not. I think yeah, it was just crazy. All right. Dude, I mean, I watched most of the games. I didn't watch like the two games I really watched. I watched the first game with Ohio State and TCU. I was watching that game. I really thought TCU was gonna lose. I kind of thought that Ohio State's damn, what's his name? Their star player. I thought he was gonna like really step up. I really did. Yeah, I really did think that Bruce Thornton was gonna do something the senior. He played 40 minutes, played 40 minutes, and they couldn't even beat TCU. But I mean, TCU couldn't even beat us either. So I mean, and Ohio State couldn't beat us. So whatever about that. I also watched the Duke Siena game. That game had me on my toes, bro. I low key thought that Duke was gonna lose. Games I did not watch. I didn't watch St. John's or Northern Iowa. I did not watch Kansas versus CA Baptist. I didn't watch Louisville. I did watch the Michigan State game and the North Dakota State in first round. Michigan State put absolute belt. I did watch the UCLA UCF game a little bit, just a tiny bit. UCLA did pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch UConn Furman. I didn't watch Florida Prairie View. I watched Iowa Clemson. I did not think Iowa was gonna go this far in the tournament and make it to the Elite Eight. Oh no, yeah, the Elite Eight. I did not think that. I did not watch Vandy versus McNeese. I did not watch Nebraska versus Troy. I did not. I did watch North Carolina VCU ending. That was probably the greatest thing I've ever watched in my life. I'm not gonna lie. VCU player, I don't know who was it, but the guy literally took the ball overtime, fucking step back, oops, green chicken, and then you have Illinois versus Penn. I did not watch that, but I did have Penn going pretty far. I'm not gonna lie. Didn't think Illinois was gonna even make it to the Final Four. St. Mary's and Texas A&M. I did think St. Mary's was gonna win, but I did not watch that game. And then we also had Houston, Idaho. Did not watch that game. I'm not gonna lie, because some of these first round games were kind of like useless. Arizona, Long Island. Did not watch it. I did not care about Arizona. Villanova versus Utah State. I was watching a little bit. I thought Villanova was gonna win. I had Villanova beating the first round at least. Wisconsin High Point. I had Wisconsin, bro. Dude, that game was fucking crazy. Quote me on that. Wisconsin High Point. High Point gets deserved a lot of respect. Arkansas, Hawaii. I did not watch that, but Darius Acuff did really good in the tournament. Yeah, BYU, Texas. I thought BYU was gonna win. AJ DeBonza did not play as good as I thought. Texas did really show out. Gonzaga versus Kennesaw State. Did not watch that game, but Gonzaga was kind of disappointing to me. I'm not gonna lie. Miami, Missouri. I really wanted Miami to kind of move on. I miss Trey Donaldson, as you can see. Purdue and Queens. Purdue, is a pretty good team, but like Braden Smith, you're trash. Um, Michigan versus Howard. Hey, no, Howard got their ass beat. This Georgia versus St. Louis. St. Louis beat the fuck out of Georgia, dude. That Avila guy, bro. Who that Avila guy, dude. Fucking like he if he gets drafted, he's gonna be great, bro. I feel it, but not great enough against Mara. And you have Texas Tech versus Akron. I didn't watch that game, but Texas Tech did win. Alabama versus Hofstra. People had that game upset, but um, I don't know what you're talking about because freaking Pylon, I think his name is. I don't know. He was crazy at this tournament. He low-key could have upset it, any team. You have Tennessee versus Miami of Ohio. I thought Miami of Ohio was gonna make it pretty far. Virginia, Wright State. Virginia, I didn't watch that game. Kentucky, Santa Clara, I didn't watch that game. Iowa State, Tennessee State, I didn't watch that game. Okay, let's go to the second round. We had freaking Duke versus TCU. I thought that was gonna be a close game. Low key had me on my toes for a little bit until Duke started beating shot them. St. John's versus Kansas. I did watch that game. St. John's did really well actually. St. John's did did what they needed to do, but only beat them by two. And the Michigan State versus Louisville, Michigan State put belt. Respect to Michigan State, but they did lose the next round. UConn versus UCLA, they lost. UConn beat UCLA, obviously. We know that. But UCLA did not play as good as I thought they were. And then the game that everyone talks about. Hold on, I gotta sneeze. Bless me. But Florida did beat Iowa. Xavier Lee decided to run up the court and not pass the ball to nobody. And then right when the buzzer hits, he passes it. That has got to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen. But Iowa did played really well that game. They did not shoot as good from the three. They were only 29% from the 3 point, as while Florida was 32%. But Iowa did take a lot more threes. Did take like five more threes than Florida. But Iowa from the field was better than Florida. They had less turnovers, equal amount of rebounds. But Iowa led most of the game. I think that's the worst I've seen Florida play, even though they were winners last year and they did not win this year. But other games we had Vandy versus Nebraska. Vandy almost came away with it. I believe Tyler Tanner, the kid Tyler Tanner, he almost freaking like shot it from half court and made it. So I'm like, oh, so it's pretty light. I could have done that and I would have made it. Then you have VCU versus Illinois. I mean, just kind of embarrassing. Illinois won. I didn't watch that game though. Texas A&M and Houston. I didn't watch that game. Houston's ass, bro. Like I don't want to hear Houston in that conversation ever. Arizona versus Utah State. Arizona whooped the fuck out them. You had High Point, Arkansas. Arkansas beat not beat the shit, but they did beat them. Texas beat Gonzaga. Gonzaga's a disappointment, bro. And then you had Miami, Purdue. Purdue won. I watched that game. I watched Purdue win. I was looking kind of sad. They had Michigan versus St. Louis. Oh my God, bro. Bro, a day Mara had Robbie Avila fucking lost. He was like, who is doing it? Yaxel had a crazy dunk. I glaze Yaxel any time of the week, I'm not gonna lie. Um, Yaxel was like him. Yaxel was literally him. Like if Yaxel goes to the draft, if he gets drafted, he's already like a number one prospect, bro. He's like LeBron, bro. I don't care what anybody says, bro. He's better than fucking Cam Boozer. He's better than Akov. He's better than any of your favorite basketball player. But he's not like look, he like bro. If he is on the Pistons, if he was on the Pistons, I swear to God, he gets drafted to the Pistons, I'd punch somebody. Oh yeah, Texas Tech versus Alabama. Alabama won. I didn't watch that game. Virginia and Tennessee. Tennessee won. Tennessee had like a little fucking like Cinderella story. And then Iowa State and Kentucky. Iowa State beat the shit out of them. Then you had Duke. Yeah, Duke and St. John's. I really want St. John's to win, but no, I watched UConn versus Michigan State. That shit was embarrassing, bro. I remember there like UConn was up by hella in the first half, and all of a sudden Michigan State started coming back, and Michigan State couldn't fucking have it. Um, all Michigan State fans, you guys are losers. You're not gonna win a national championship ever again. Um, you had Iowa, Nebraska. Iowa beat Nebraska, bro. They were down. They were down. I swear they were down at halftime, and they came back and won. Like I don't know what Iowa was on, but. There was on something. Illinois beat Houston. Houston is ass, bro. They were 9 for 32 from the three and 22 for 64 at the field goal. That was a 34%. Houston is trash, bro. Literally, Houston had no chance. It already at the second half, they were already at a the second half, it was they had a 6% chance of winning, bro. That's actually so sad, bro. Like the score wasn't even like a blowout either. Like both teams played really bad. And then we go to our final four. Oh no, Elite Eight. We have Duke and UConn. UConn, Braylon Mullins with the fastest. I think that's the fastest I've seen someone pull the shooter. Boom, crazy. And they were down the whole all game, bro. Freaking UConn had 22 to 44 at halftime. That's crazy. Think if you think about that, that's literally crazy, bro. The Huskies were down and fucking Braylon Mullins, the kid, Braylon Mullins, decided to just he said, nah, your season's over. Bang. The kid from Greenfield, Indiana, bro. Come on, man. He's tough. I can't even lie. I give it to him. He's tough in the clutch. And then you had Arizona, Purdue. Arizona beat Purdue. Everyone said that Purdue was gonna beat Arizona that game. And I don't know what the fuck people were smoking. You had oh wait, hold on. I'm tripping. I just went straight to the Elite Eight. I went Illinois, Houston. I mean, still on the Sweet 16 actually. Arizona, Arkansas. I didn't watch that game, but Arizona beat them. Texas and Purdue. I really wanted Texas to win. They had the best chance, I feel like, in the West to beat Arizona, not Purdue. Yeah, oh my guys. Michigan was down by Alabama and had me stressing a little bit. I low-key thought Alabama was gonna win, but then we did beat them by 13. And then we had Tennessee versus Iowa State, where Iowa State just fucking shit the bed. The Cyclones shit the bed, and the Tennessee Volunteers decided to voluntarily make themselves to the Elite Eight. The fuck is it? But like I was saying, Illinois got beat the shit out of them. Oh shit. It was like a dude. Everyone was saying that like actually the Big Ten is like the best team. Like literally in the final in the Elite Eight. You had five teams, no, not five, four teams that were in the Elite Eight. That's half. That's almost half. And then your final four, you had Arizona versus Michigan, where Arizona shit the bed. They shat the bed. They literally shat the bed. They were trash, bro. 14 turnovers. They led 0% of the time. Michigan had a the Michigan had a 30-point lead on them at one point. Cole Pete is trash. Braden, I think his name is Braden, right? Yeah, Braden Burries, trash. Cole Pete, trash. Everyone played like shit. Like even like Michigan, I was watching the game. We went up 9-1, 9-1 in the beginning. I was like, damn, these guys suck. And then all of a sudden, they just kept shooting the bed. And then you had UConn versus Illinois. Terrence Reed played well. The man from Michigan, you know. Yeah, then I don't know. Illinois just couldn't hit the shots. But I did hear that I didn't watch the game, but I did hear that UConn was cheating a little bit with the dress. I don't know how true that is. I don't want to say nothing like that. But then of course you had UConn and Michigan, and if you do watch my videos on TikTok, you obviously know that Michigan won. I went to the parade and I didn't get to see the parade. This was low-key a really like bad national championship because no one could shoot the fucking ball. Um, yeah, Michigan had 10 turnovers while UConn had 11. We were 13% from the 3-point. Trey McKinney and Elliot Cadeau were the only two teams that made it. They were 2 for 15 from the free throw. From the 3-point. Low-key sad, but our largest lead was 11, and we did beat them by 6. So it's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. What can I say? And of course, your national championship winner or Michigan is Michigan. Because what can I say? Michigan is the better team. I've been saying it all year already. Trey McKinney. Next year they're gonna win. They're gonna win back to back. And if they don't, then skin me. Um, I'm just kidding. Don't quote me on that. What's next? What's next, guys? Oh, yeah, we just been over basketball, NCAA basketball. All right, let's get to the NBA. Actually, let's make a little short one. All right, let's go to the MLB baseball. Um, my Tigers, bro. My Tigers are not good, bro. I don't know what's going on with them. They've been playing like shit. They've been shitting the bed, literally. Um, like I'm about to punch my freaking laptop. I feel like if I just talk about them, they're 7-9. Oh my God, bro. They're so bad, bro. They're actually so bad. Like, how are we letting the Minnesota Twins, be better than us? Like, even the Yankees aren't even good, or the Orioles. Why are we ass? How do we have a losing record? They didn't. Who did we just beat? Didn't we just beat somebody? We couldn't even beat the Diamondbacks. So trash, bro. We beat the Marylands, the Miami Marlins. No, we beat them all. The whole series, we beat them, and now we can't. We could even beat like nobody else. We could even beat the Twins. And last year the Twins were so bad. But yeah. I hope my Tigers are good. Kevin McConnell, he's been playing really well. But let's get into it. The NBA playoffs. All right, guys. NBA playoffs coming. Cade Cunningham, you already know he's come back. I'm so happy. So happy. Oh my God. Dennis Jenkins been playing good. Jalen Duren, he's just been going off. But let's get into the play-in, guys. I think my next episode will be talking about the play-in. It's gonna be tomorrow. You have the Heat and the Hornets. I low-key don't know who's gonna win because LaMelo, he either plays good or he doesn't play bad. But then they do got Bam. Bam for 83, Bam for 83, 83 Bam, 83 Bam. Like, I'm so tired of hearing that. They add the Mayo for real, bro. Add the fucking Mayo. The other game you have is the Trailblazers and the Suns. Devin Booker versus the Trailblazers. I think the Suns are gonna win that game. I low key. I think the Suns are gonna come in as a eight. That seven seed. Is it seven seed? Is that how they do it? I low key don't know. Yeah, I think this. I think the Suns might be seven seed. I'm not gonna lie. And then whoever's the seven, the eight seed. But playoffs coming in, bro. Come on, guys. Like we gotta get lit. But I think the Hornets beat the Heat. I think the Suns beat the Trailblazers. I think the 76ers beat the Magic. Paulo's been kind of playing like trash. And I think that the Warriors beat the Clippers. Kawhi's averaging 27 and 9, 27, 6 and 3. But like think about it. It's Curry you're playing. It's 26, 3 and 4, isn't it? That's Curry. What can I say? It's Curry. And then on Friday it's between whoever for the 8 seed. And then, of course, you have your first round, guys. It's this Saturday. You guys better be watching. All right, at first game, we have at 1 p.m. the Raptors and the Cavs for the game one. You have Scotty Barnes, bro. That guy's been playing good against the Cavs. Um, I don't know. I think there's been some little bit of injuries between those. You have like James Harden's out. David. Oh, what the fuck? Why does it say they're all out? Oh, it's game time silver. Oh, I'm stupid. Don't listen to me. Oh yeah, they're all gonna be playing. Yeah, we already know that. But could be a great game. I feel like the Raptors do have a good chance against Cavaliers, but everything plays out correctly. Cavaliers are gonna win. Obviously, we know that. But I think if the Cavaliers don't make it this year, they're definitely not gonna make it because this is Donovan Edwards' team. Donovan Edwards, really. Donovan Mitchell's team. Um, but I don't think they're gonna make it. Timberwolves and Nuggets. Oof, another classic. But I mean, we've seen Ant do the impossible before and just completely dominate against Jokic and Jamal Murray. But the Nuggets could be a good comp. Yeah, the Hawks and the Knicks. I think the Knicks are gonna win. Jalen Johnson's been playing good, but it's Brunson. So low-key, I think Brunson's gonna. I think they're gonna win that series. Yeah, the Lakers and Rockets. It's LeBron's moment. That's all I gotta say. Actually, all I gotta say is this. That's all I gotta say, guys. All I gotta say. We had the Magic or the 76ers and Celtics versus the Celtics. The Celtics are beating the shit out of them. The Thunder versus whoever they play. The Thunder are whooping their ass. And then the Pistons or whoever they play. Cade's dropping 40 his first game. And then you have the Spurs versus Suns or Trailblazers. Wemby's dropping 70 in a playoff game. At least one. And then that's really it. I mean, that's really all for the first round. Uh, I think I went over everything. I've covered everything so far, but if you actually watch to the end and you actually like watching my videos, please comment. Tell me, what do you think is best for me? What do you think I should be posting? What do you think I should talk about more? Should I live stream? Yo, hold on. I could live stream. I was just playing, but thanks for watching, everybody. And this is Hero Chang in his sports analysis and the Next Man Up podcast on behalf of Jack McBath. But thanks for watching and peace out, y'all.